a little bit more exciting on the line. Alright. Let me send you that whisper. It's Dairuga, you've done this before, but for everybody listening at home who isn't quite sure how the drill is going to go, I am going to whisper Dairuga. If I could spell that correctly. Dairuga. And Dairuga, whenever you are ready, you can send me a challenge. When you do so, please make sure you mute and minimize the stream. There are a bunch of prizes on the line, but we are going to be the best we can be. Remember, you may reserve in between matches. It is a best of one format. You get knocked out, you're out. You beat a keep, you move on to the next one. And yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. We're good to go. I've been ignored. So you go to your friends tab, and you have an ignore list. You should be able to unignore from there. Oh, my heart. I see how it is, Dairuga. I see how it is. Alright, we're gonna go to Keep 1.21. This is the 21st 4Keeps competition. We'll start out with exclamation point rigged. Yeah, I don't typically ignore anybody, and or I think mostly it's, I'm trying to recall back to that case. It was early on when I was on HEX and starting to really get involved in the community, and it was just somebody who was very forward in their aggressiveness. Like, you know, it's one thing to be like, oh man, I'm salty, this sucks, you were a luck sack, or whatever. I mean, alright, that happens from time to time. As I recall correctly, that was a little bit more unpleasant. But that's why we have ignore functions, you know? Good luck to Dairuga. All dinos have small brains, it's true. But sometimes we have multiple brains, and as they say, 2 is better than 1, right? Mr. Soar version 2 does. Yes, Dairuga had a really interesting Mist Lord variant. It's actually really cool. We're gonna go Crackling Wit. We do need a Wild. Without a Wild, this is gonna be a very unpleasant hand. I did keep it because of the Oracle Song and the Time Ripple. We're actually pretty well positioned to hold our own for a while. Anyway. He says, way too late. That's a Rainier Hierophant. Okay. So, crucially, this deck has 0 ways to deal with that kind of nonsense. We're going to pull into a wild right here, right now. Come on, deck, one time. Yes! Wild Shard. We are going to take a beat down, though. Oh, right, we got to discard something. What are we getting rid of? Sapphire? Probably. Because next turn we're going to have 6 resources, and that is a lot of resources. Well, I might play Sensei, depending. I'll think about that. Either way, we're going to be taking 2 to the face. And that is going to bring us down to 21. 4 resources. Chlorophilia takes me to 3. Chlorophilia takes me to 2. Mon Aru Sensei takes me to 0. But it might be a case of too little too late. We're already taking the 3. We chump with the Sensei. We're looking at what? Another 3. And then we have 0 troops. And then we cry. Although, getting to play another charge does give us a Mammoth Squirrel Titan. And that is a pretty sweet dream. Pretty sweet dreamy dream. Yeah. I think that's how we're going to do it. Because that way we can play the Parallel Evolution. I think that's the way it goes. We'll go Shard of Instinct. Do I need all of my resources? Parallel Evolution plus Oracle Song versus Parallel Evolution plus Crackling Wit. I think we'll go Parallel Evolution plus Crackling Wit. I know it's not quite as good, but it's pretty close. And the most important thing is that we get our 9/9. That should dissuade any swinging in. Unless he martyrs. Sure, but if he martyrs, he has the answers. We have no way of dealing with it. Like what, are we going to time ripple our own guy? And play him again? We ruin the cost, and he doesn't become a Wrathwood Colossus anymore. Instead, he just becomes a boring old, cheese Goliath. That's not as good. Bosmapar, thank you so much for the host. And to everybody who's joining us from Bosmapar stream, welcome! We're watching Dinotropia, and we are doing the 4Keeps competition, our major giveaway / deck building extravaganza. I'm gonna go in with the Colossus. And we'll see how the blocks happen. Because we do have Time Ripple. That should be enough to deal damage. 7. Ah, he's multi-blocking. Like a jerk. Well, we can do this. We'll bounce back the Stone Tusk. So that will get some damage through, destroy his board, and leave us free to play a Shrine of Prosperity, and follow that up with an Oracle Song. Nothing but shards. Sad face. Although, shards aren't the worst thing in the world. It does let us replay Wrathwood Colossus. And that is a thing. Playing Howling Grave is going to bring that Rune Eero Hierophant to a 7/7. He is at turn 2. I'm going to play that Sapphire Shard, and I'm going to swing in. He's going to be forced to block if he wants to keep that Stone Tusk up. Crunch. Oracle Song. Crocosaur. Let's go Ancestors Chosen. Now he is in a position where he could defeat us. He just needs to use his champion power to bring back that Stone Tusk. And that is going to give him turn number 3. He will have met the challenge if he can keep this in the end phase. Carnosaurus coming down, going to take care of the Ancestors Chosen, but more importantly, it makes this Brunier Hierophant a 9/9, and that is just too big to handle. Second Stone Tusk. Uh-oh. That is a 10/10. How do we deal with that? Likely we do not. If I chump block, which is a possibility, can replay the Wrathwood Colossus. That does eat up my turn each time. Not hugely happy about this. Sapphire Shard. Turn 3. That's right. Dairuga has completed the challenge. Wrathwood Colossus gives us 9 health. Brings us to 27. But we are going to take 6, 12, 14, 15 if he full swings. It's not great. Now, I could block one of his troops, but then he gets a larger bunny. But maybe that's fine if we're just chump blocking. Once he's past 9 anyway. Yeah, let's block. Forget you, Stone Tusk. Mist Lord. Uh-oh. Mist Lord, is he going to put that ability on something? He could very well. Could be a Carnosaurus, could be... Could be any number of things, actually. We can get rid of the Stone Tusk if we play Crocosaur and eat his Rhinoceros and his Mist Lord. So then we can swing in. Proceed to end turn. He's going to do something clever. He kept his resources up. We're going to gain charges. And that will give me a Mammoth Squirrel Titan, which gives me a blocker. I'm going to play a Crocosaur. And we will accept. We'll choose Mist Lord and the Rhino. Which should take care of both of them. Because even if he removes the Mist Lord, I think I'm still battling the Rhino. Which means I get to keep my Crocosaur too. Which is actually huge. So he gains some health, that's fine. The health is incidental. I get to go in, deal 9 damage with our Crush. And that is going to kill his guy. He does still have a Brunier Hierophant. Kind of worrisome. Now, as long as he's not swinging in, we're actually at a stalemate. Until I get some flyers on the board, I suppose. Time Ripple. Sure, why not? I'm gonna go in with Wrathwood Colossus. He's gotta block it. No, actually, technically he doesn't have to block it, but 9 damage seems excessive. He's gonna take care of our crazed squirrel. And I'm gonna sit back. Being at 9 is a kind of dangerous place to be. But we're not out of options yet. Let's block here. And let's block here. Actually, he might have just sacrificed one of his main win cons, Scorn of Oberon. Let's see, that is going to be Reversion. That'll bring it 6, 5, 11. Do we want to allow that? I don't think we do. Let's bounce back our Wrathwood Colossus. I think it's more important that we have this guy on the field. We will slowly gain resources. We will slowly gain charges. This is a big deal. Silent Snake, thank you so much for the host. Greatly appreciated. Let's go Wild. Let's go Wrathwood Colossus. And that's going to bring us to 18. We're back in business, Scorn of Oberon. You're not going to take us out of this fight. So Dairuga has accomplished the challenge, but this is a tough battle. He needs to somehow get that Rune-Hero Hierophant through and dealing as much damage as possible. If he swings in with the Hierophant at this stage, he is going to suffer at least 4 points of damage and sacrifice the rest of his board. I don't think that's something he wants to do. Or is it? Apparently it is. Chump blocking is going to happen. And now he can make a Steadfast Bunny. That Rune-Hero Hierophant. Clever. No. We do get 9 health. So we can actually live with this stalling out. Will he block? Blocking will bring us to 24. Fairly respectable number. There we go. We'll replay our Wrathwood, and I think I'm going to follow up with an Ancestor's Chosen. If we can get some Phantoms and get them quickly, we might be able to rush him down. Crocosaur! Now that is rough. Taking care of Ancestor's Chosen very neatly. Doesn't impact very much how we would handle the Wrathwood Colossus. I mean, we'll be blocking anyway. I can't say I'm super happy about this turn of events. At some point, he's going to have a martyr, or not a martyr, a monument of the martyr. Yeah, martyr. He's going to have something that can transform or revert our Wrathwood Colossus, and then we'll be in trouble. But until then, we're doing all right-ish, mostly. The first keep is hard to watch. Why is that, Dak Faden? Dairuga adding that he forgot to add his Primal Dominations, which is one of the key cards that make his deck work. Without removal, we have some pretty strong stall choices available to us. Puck the Dreambringer, going to bring his Rune-Hero Hierophant up to 15. Right there, you would have taken 14 and double mouse to push and damage. The thing is, he has his void effect on Runir Hierophant, so he basically always has a blocker up. At this point, I'm building up a health reserve so that I can eventually get my Ancestors Chosen out and hopefully fly in for the victory. But he's been steadily killing every single one of our Chosens, so number of Phantoms in our deck are woefully small. I think maybe even 0. Might be wrong about that. I mean, the good news is we're very healthy. It's a good thing. He stopped tacking in. He realizes it's somewhat futile until he builds up a stronger board. Dairuga adding that it's going to be hard to regain control over the board without his removal choices. Yes. Typically speaking, when you have something like Wrathwood Colossus in particular, it is so devastating because it just doesn't die. It goes directly back to the hand, and when it enters play, you gain 9 health. Crush Steadfast Troop. So very good. If you block, then Mistload out of the way, do you take full crush damage? Yes. You can time him out. See, normally this deck falls pretty quickly. It's one of the weaker of our keeps. But we lucked out because I think Dairuga didn't have his removal put in. Parallel Evolution. Actually, that's going to be an interesting... Once we get enough charges, we can swing in, get the Wrathwood Colossus back, then create a Mammoth Squirrel Titan, then play Parallel Evolution, then play Wrathwood Colossus. Then we'll have 2 of them on the board. It'll be amazing. We're at 60 health. This is actually nonsense. Oh boy. Buccaneer. Don't particularly want to play it. It doesn't help me out in this board state. Just hold it as a surprise. Maybe we can get some tempo. Plus, the more troops I have out, the more croc bait it is. He did have one Scorn of Oberon main deck. It's possible where there's one, there will be another. And if he Scorn of Oberon's my Wrathwood Colossus, the jig is up. Like, this 17-17 Runir Hierophant, I need this Immortal Troop to keep myself in the game. If he can remove it, I think he's going to swiftly overtake us. If he can keep finding tricks, I deck first. That's true. Hey, Eternal Sage! That's scary. Also a good way to prevent him from dying. More health is more happy good times. Interesting decision. I guess putting us on the back foot. Not that it really changes much. Still once a turn. There we go. Ancestors Chosen. That's what we were looking for. We're at a point where we can take a great deal of punishment and not be unhappy about it. What is the play? If he swings in with anything big, nope, just again, the 18-18. Fair enough. Fair enough. So now we're not going to deck ourselves out. We can play Ancestors Chosen and get Phantoms. That would be amazing. ha! Spectre! That's how it's done, my friends. Spectre off the top. We got this. With only 23 cards in deck, Spirits might be easy to get, that's right. We've actually been going for quite some time now. We have so many resources that we can play anything we want to, even tossing down a 10-cost troop every single turn. Let's toss down that Wrathwood Colossus. I'm going in with the Spectre. Spectre OP. See if he has Repel or something like that. Not apparently. We're going to toss down Shard Instinct. At this point, we're nearing 16 resources, which means there are 10 more in the deck. Wow, really? Yeah, 10 more in the deck. That's it's kind of a scary thought. Chlorophilia on Dairuga's side of the board is going to give something else +3/+3. Well, the Sage itself. It's fine. And even bigger, 11/11. Am I willing to take that damage? I think the answer is probably yes. If he swings in. Could block with Buccaneer. But I'm only taking, at the end of the day, 3 damage. It's not enough to be afraid of. You'd kill the Sage to prevent life gain. With Crocosaur, it's a distinct possibility. If I Wrathwood, I can Rock a Croc. Let's get you and get you. So no more health gain. But it is going to bring him up to 20, unfortunately. But that's alright. Spectre going in. I think we have a slight health advantage. Crocosaur, no! No, our dream! Our win con! Why? Okay, he has a Croc on the board. Mistlord. No! Don't you do it. He has a Mistlord Croc. I don't think we can win this anymore. Because I don't think we have a way to get rid of that, and he's just going to eat our Phantoms. And anything else we play. Shrine of Prosperity, sure. Unless we can make our Phantoms too big to swallow. I think that's the plan. I don't even understand what's going on here. I mean, at some point we'll get a second Wrathwood Colossus, and that's when we can actually win. Uh-oh. 3 resources, what's that for? Oh, so we can bring that out. I mean, that's alright. That doesn't bother me too much. It's not like he's killing the Colossus. Bleh. We're at 103. We've broken the Centennial barrier. Dairuga at a piddling 18 health. We are immortal. Balthazar! Uh-oh. Bringing Dairuga to 24 health. And he probably has answers for our Colossus. That is a lot of cards. We're no longer in top deck mode. Wrathwood Colossus coming down. We do have the Time Ripple. That's something anyway. He would have decked himself. Yeah, that's why he got rid of the Hierophant. If he had kept it, he would have drawn 22 cards, which is exactly the number of cards he has left in his deck. So, yeah, that would have been pretty funny. But probably not what Dairuga was going for. Dairuga has a deck that I think can take this challenge. He just needs to make sure he has removal in it for keep number 1. Previously, he has Feral Domination. So let me bring that up on the screen so you guys... Feral Domination. And that's actually a very strong card in this instance. You can see him bringing back a 22/22 over and over and over and over again. And that kind of pressure can destroy everything that we have. It's a very cool deck. A good concept. -5 because he still drew from the other Croc. That's true. Alrighty! We got that Wild Shard. This is perfect. This is where things start getting crazy. Parallel Evolution. And Wrathwood Colossus, number 2. Does this even help us? Maybe. If he swings in, I think we just... Well, if we take the damage, he gets a blocker, which is not great. But maybe it is. Maybe it is great. We can't replay both of them. That's the problem. We need one more resource to be able to replay both. He can Steadfast Bunny. Sure, he can always have a blocker, but as long as I can replay my guys, it doesn't matter if he takes them out. They return. Although if he ever got us low enough, he does have an interesting play. He has 7 charges, so he could use Crocosaur's ability. Oh, no, he can't do it twice in a turn. Hence, end phase. Never mind. I take that back. I got excited for a moment. I'm like, oh, use the Crocosaur ability and then use your champion power and deal 10 damage to a thing. Wipe out the board, but... No, that doesn't make sense. Hey, Ancestral Spectre. I'm not going to play that. Instead, I am going to swing in. Finally got to the point where we can be aggressive. And I'm going to hold on to my Spectres. As long as he has that stupid Crocosaur, we are in trouble. Bringing back the Eternal Sage. Probably to gain some health. Stall it out until he has an answer. But double Wrathwood Colossus is a lot of pressure. Do we take the damage? Do we? Do we? Maybe. He gets a 3/3, which is kind of sucky. We lose 24 health. Stupid Steadfast Bunny. gonna take the damage. And then I'm gonna go in. See if that helps. I doubt it will. Parallel evolution. You definitely don't help me. Let's see what he does. I can block most of this damage. Planned timeout is slipping. A little bit, yeah. Okay. Do we ripple a thing? I think we might ripple a thing. Does that make sense? Maybe, no, not really. Yeah, we ripple. So if we lose both of our guys, I do need to be able to play him again, and I do not have my next shard, which is kind of sucky. So we'll deal 3. Replay our Wrathwood Colossus. He could Crocosaur. Then Croc would be dead. Bringing back that Eternal Sage was pretty smart. He doesn't want to hemorrhage too much. So now he's at 22. Simply don't have the pressure to stop him. 18. If this were smaller, I would double block. Unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, you know what? I think the plan is just to take the damage. We have the buffer, so it's 25. But then we swing in and we gain 9 again when he blocks. So the actual damage itself is relatively small. And if we draw a shard, which I'm sincerely hoping we do, no. Spectre, fine. Actually, at this point, we can double play our Spectres. Because if he eats them with Crocosaur, he's going to lose his guy. And now, I believe our threats are online. Swing in with both, and we can replay one of them. That's my plan to win. My plan to win is to deal more damage than my opponent is dealing to me, Dak Faden. That is my plan to win. At some point, he's going to lose his troops, and we're never going to lose our Wrathwood Colossus, at least not so far. He could revert them. That would suck. See? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Brunch. And we replay Mr. 10 cost. I'm not going to play anything else. I could play Buccaneer, whatever. But at this point, I have a blocker for the Runic Hierophant. If he uses his Crocosaur, he loses his Crocosaur, and we can deal 6 damage a turn. Oh, he uses the never mind. I was all excited. It's like, yeah, Spectres! But Rock-a-Croc is kind of a jerk. You get right down to it. Stupid Rock-a-Croc. I wonder if he still has his buff, or if he loses it. Nope, still has his buff. Shoot. Good news, we can play our guys out. It's kind of nice. Eternal stall, not playing the Spectres would have won me the game. Maybe. If you're looking from a board perspective, possibly. Take the damage. Brings me down to 90, he gets a Rhino. And he gets a blocker. That's all well and good, but we've got a pretty strong board. Sensei! Yeah, I'm not playing that. I'm gonna deck myself out. Let's go in here. There's actually an argument to playing Crocosaur. We'll see what he blocks with. Crocosaur on the Eternal Sage could be amazing. Yes. Play the Wrathwood Colossus. And we are going to Crocosaur. Yes. Because if he doesn't want to lose it, he has to get rid of it, in which case, I get a free Eternal Sage out of it. Which normally I would have to sacrifice a guy or take care of a 1-1, which I don't care about. So that was actually a decent play. Plus, my Crocosaur is safe from his Crocosaur. Any way to get another Colossus out? Are there 7 more charges in there? I doubt it. We have 14 cards left, and we already have 19 cards. So actually, we could, because we get 2 charges per. So we could theoretically get 2 Colossi. No! Life Drain on the Arborean Rootfather. That's a problem. He's at 32. Jerky McJerkface. Here we go. Safa. My longest game I've ever played. We'll go in. He takes the 9. We play the Wrathwood Colossus. We are at 108. I'm a little bit worried about having played those Spectres, because now we're running low, shall we say. Audience is going to fall asleep before the game is done. I mean, I guess. Oh, we'll take the 30. I can't just let him win, though. Bounce the Balthazar, give him a chance to misplay. I think Dairuga is too good a player for that, although, you know, it is certainly an opportunity, a possibility. So, let's go in. How will he block? Okay, we take the damage. Boom! And a Wrathwood Colossus slowly but surely. I think we are dealing chip damage. Let him win. Oh, but when there's so much on the line like that. Oh, Arborean Rootfather. With Life Drain and the come into play effect where he gains 8 health. No! He can gain way more health than we can deal. Oh, that's hilarious. 32. We can go 18. Yeah, that's way too big. So with that play right there, I think he has us. there is no play that I can think of that's going to save me with an 8/8 that gains 8 health. Because we can deal 9, that's true. I'm gonna go in with the Crocosaurus, or the Wrathwood Colossus. Oh, that Root Father. I wonder if it makes sense to play a Buccaneer on something. Bounce back Balthazar, why not? It's one fewer blocker. And if he decides to try and kill something with Croc, well, we have our Crocosaur. And it gives us another chump blocker for his Runier. Which is good, because we're at 64. 64 is kind of low. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose the time. Yeah, that's true. I won't block here. And this is just one game, too. That's insane. Oh, we got a Rock Croc again. Rocking the Croc out. Let's see, is he willing to lose his guy? Looks like he's not. Let's go in with our Colossus. So we deal 9. He's gonna gain 8. This is so stupid. It is kind of amazing, though. You've gotta... It's like 2 whales jousting. That's what that is. Jousting whales. I'll take it. But we're getting to the point where we can't take it anymore. Chlorophilia, I don't want to play you, do I? Let's go on in. I think the next play is perhaps that Ancestor's Chosen. I think. Because that way we can get at least a couple more Spectres. And as long as we don't play them, we'll be able to prevent ourselves from decking out. Rutherford Banks on the Sage. Oh. I didn't replay my Wrath of Colossus. Oops. Mistakes were made. Yeah, we can play it next turn. If he wants to lose his guy, that's fine. And we take the 8. Whamp, whamp. Just gonna bring those back. I'm gonna use Time Ripple on the Croc. He's not gonna get to eat us. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no. Ripple. Bye-bye. So we get him out for at least a turn. Wrathwood 1. Wrathwood 2. I'm not sure it's enough. I think I need a second Ancestors Chosen, which I don't think I have. Or a Ripple. If I had a Ripple, that would keep me alive. Succulent Glucodon, no! Ah! Well, somehow, we went from 100 to 44, and he has 60 now. Which is kind of worrisome. I think he's going to eat our Crocosaurs. Let's block here. Yeah. Now I think we're losing by 1 card. Time to gamble with Evolution. No, I don't think Evolution is going to save us. The Wrathwoods are the only thing that's been keeping us alive. Last turn, if we don't get anything... oh, the Croc is gone. You know what this means, guys. Now that the Croc is gone, we can actually win this. Because I don't think we've gotten rid of every single Ancestors Chosen. 1, 2, 3. I think there are only 3. We have 1 more. We can bury him. We can bury him! We'll block this. It gets his 49/49 and Russell Spectre. Very nice. No! Sapphire! Ouch. So he's gonna lock down our Wrathwood Colossus. One of them, anyway. I guess we have enough health that that doesn't matter that much. Be surprised he wouldn't do a full swing there. We're looking at a pretty big amount of damage, but I guess he's rushed for time. Makes sense. Bye-bye, Spectre. Although the 4/4 Spectre would have been actually a win comp. No, we're gonna deck ourselves if we have too many Spectres out there. Shoot, he has a second one. No, 50! He's got it! He's got it! Look at that! The double lockdown to take us down from 60 health. Guys, Dairuga deserves such A round of applause for this. You won't believe. That was a boom. Keep number 1 has fallen. And the challenge has been completed. Keep number 1. Oh boy. Dairuga saying he's his entire body is shaking. Wow. Here we go. Keep 2. Point 21. It's getting hot in here. You're gonna make me laugh when I have water in my mouth, and then I will choke, and then spit it up all over the keyboard, and then smoke and fire, and it'll be bad. And it'll be all your fault. That'd be so mean. I'm gonna keep this. Howling Brave coming down, turn number 1. That means an early Rune Ear, most likely. And we can't do anything about that, but an Incantation of Fury is the next best thing. It's a large troop of our own. If all the stars align. Shard of Life is going to give him likely a diamond. Does need 2 of them for his champion power. And if he puts Life Drain in the bunnies, or any other shenanigans, that would be a useful threshold to have. Howling Brave going to swing in 1 damage to the face. We're down to 22. Now looking at this board, the most important thing for us is to get those ebony pawns going up as fast as possible. To get that incantation up as fast as possible. I think we're going to get him out probably 2 turns from now. We don't have any 1-cost actions. Burn to the ground to deal any damage does require 2 at the latest. So Mind Pyre will tick this guy up to 2. Ebony Pawn will make it 3, and then the next turn we can swing in. So that's what, a 6-3 on turn 3 with speed? I've seen worse. Ooh. Yes, indeed. We're going to go Mind Pyre. And Ebony Pawn. Now, if he has a Winds of Change, and he plays it next turn, I'm going to be very sad. But if he doesn't, we are looking at Rage Fire, activation of Ebony Pawn, Incantation of Fury, double Fury swinging in. That is a lot of pressure. Ah, there's that Scorn of Oberon. Ah, well. So definitely including all the hate that needs to happen. Good call, Dairuga. Now, my hope is that we can get the Incantation of Fury to proc. But to do that... What is that? 2-2. He is playing a Gobbleglade Witch, an often forgotten troop that is actually quite reasonable. Sacrifice this to destroy target constant. Gobble, gobble. Indeed. We'll Crackling Bolt him in the face. Why? That gives us a charge power. I want to be able to use my charge power next turn. I could hope to get a charge, but I don't think that that is the right call. Instead, I would rather bank on maybe getting an Incantation of Fury up. The hope anyway. Swinging in for 3, gonna bring us down to 17. 2 resources up. Ooh, it's a good one. We Rage Fire. And then burn. We're gonna get rid of the Gobbleglade, but maybe that's okay. We have other, more important constants that we don't want being destroyed. So the burn is gonna come down. He's gonna destroy our incantation. That's all right. He is at 14. Next turn, we can play the Incantation of Fury, and then use our champion power to draw into some more gas. Bring to 5, he is going to play a Stone Tusk. That is a very scary play. However, we do still have gas. That is a risky play. Turn 1, indeed. I don't think we can afford to let him keep that. So we are going to burn to the ground for 1. And that is going to cause the Stone Tusk to turn to ash. I think that was a mess up. If I wait till next turn to sack speed burn to the ground with burn back up, it would have triggered. Possibly. That's fair. So Rage Fire dealing 4 damage. Let's draw a card. I need a resource. And there is my resource. We will go Inferno. And I think Rage. No, I'm going to hold on to this. In case he has another elephant. Not that Inferno isn't pretty good. 2 damage. It's going to take me down to 14, bring him back up. Does need answers for these constants. 5 resources. He plays Chompasaur. Chompasaur is going to take out probably Inferno. I'd be very surprised if it did not. No, Incantation of Fury. Interesting choice right there. Suppose because of the health difference. I'm gonna Rage Fire the Chompasaur. Keep ourselves alive for 1 more turn, at least. Inferno doing work and dealing damage to Dairuga. Gonna make up the difference, but every little bit of health he gets lower for us is actually a threat to him completing the challenge. He does need to destroy that Inferno, and he does with Return to the Soil. Good call. We're gonna Ruby Shard. Play that Ember Tears. That's something. But he has a lot of constant destruction. All he needs to do is get us into top deck mode. Get that guy out there. So return the soil. Brilliant. I think he's stabilized. Kyle Crusoe, thank you so much for that host, by the way. It's much appreciated. Yeah, this is it. This is looking really strong. Well, we'll play our second Ember Tears. And he's gotten to a point where he's pretty healthy. So we can afford to wait. Play Inferno. And that's a thing that needs to be answered soon, because Inferno can kill me just as easily as it can kill him. A Stone Tusk? Really? Okay. If he's playing Stone Tusk, even with Ember Tears? He's got to have an answer to Ember Tears, right? Maybe he does for next turn. He's hoping to get a shard out, bring back his elephant. That probably makes a lot of sense. Actually. Because we're counting it in the end phase, so as long as the elephant was down for the turn, he's good. The hero appears. Thank you so much for that follow. Tip of the hat to you, good sir. Lightning bolt myself. Crackling bolt myself. Keep lost. Defended. No, we don't do that. And give Dairuga every chance to win. Okay, Inferno, is that going to tag us? It does! We are at 4. Things are starting to get dicey. Shard doesn't help us out. We're just gonna chill. Looks like Dairuga completely forgot about Rutherford Banks. He's feeling the pressure. Bringing Chompasaur back to take care of that Inferno. Or Ember Tears, perhaps. I don't know, I guess it depends on how gambly he's feeling. No, he's going to get rid of Inferno. Clock averted. He now has 22 turns to find a solution to Ember Tears and get that Stone Tusk out. Rage Fire. It's pretty aggressive. I'm going to use that on Dairuga. Dairuga putting me on notice. We're on suicide watch. He's not going to let me use Inferno to end the challenge. Oh man, that Arborean Root Father. Play that Ruby Shard. And pass the turn. So what have we seen so far from his deck? He has Return to the Soil. Be very surprised if we didn't see a Winds of Change. We've also seen the Gobbleglade Witch, who destroys constants. And a Scorn of Oberon. These are all very strong choices for Dairuga. Although we are holding on to a Crackling Bolt. If he doesn't have a way to stop that, he's in trouble. Mist Lord, there we go! I think he might have the combo. We'll see. Although, does Ember Tears, if he Mistlords the Stone Tusk, can he mist him at the start of your turn to avoid him dying to Ember Tears? I don't know. I don't know. Hey there, Fleshbits. Welcome to the stream. I don't think you can respond to the trigger, yeah. You're so close. He really does, because we have Crackling Bolt, that's true, but if he gets the Stone Tusk out and the Mist Lord on, that's it. That's GG. He's completed the challenge. And he's got, what, 20 turns? Oh, no, why's he... I guess that's just to give him the time. That makes sense. Unfortunately for him, I am going to Ruby Lance that at end of turn. Proceed to end turn. Resolve Arborean Root Father, that's fine. Lanced! Be dead. Spend a lot of time here, you're definitely a dinosaur. That's right, Dark Knight. Represent. Burn to the ground. Is it 31 health? If we can get him low enough, we might be able to surprise him with a burn to the ground. Otherwise, I think it's just something we hold on to. None of these are quick, so we can't actually respond back. Ooh, Balthazar, good one! He's going to get 11 cards. That should find him everything he needs to do the combo. Hopefully. It's going to bring him to 5. He has 2 Howling Grapes, so that's 7 resources. Gobbleglade Witch! Here it comes. We might just see magic in the making. Chlorophilia. Although, he did get rid of Mist Lord's ability. So he must have another Mist Lord. If he doesn't... he might lose all the important stuff. Oh, I would have kept those charges, I think. Let's do 8 to get rid of Eternal Sage. I'm tired of him gaining health. So we'll get rid of that. Ember Tears is gonna die. And we are going to need specifically quick removal. Otherwise he has this. So that, my friends, is 1. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll play it. He misclicked. Yuck. I think Dairuga's having the shakes. Okay, he's got it back. He's not out of the woods yet. But he can bring back the Stone Tusk, and he just needs constant removal. Get rid of the Ember Tears. Wind of Change. Okay. So that's going to be 2. Well, play another Ember Tears. He better use the Stone Tusk. Okay. Ember Tears comes down. Hits him for 3. But now he's safe because we're not going to get another turn before the proc is down. Scorn of Oberon. And he has the Scorn of Oberon. Excellent. Can you guys feel this? Proceed to end turn. That's 3. Dairuga with the long, drawn out, and epic games. He has completed challenge on keep number 2. Just 1 away. What the heck is going on here? Wingspear, welcome to the stream. You are watching the 4Keeps competition. If you would like more details about the 4Keeps competition, you can click my banner beneath Twitch page. It's a long-running contest that I've done ever since I started streaming, more or less. Basically, the idea is to make you guys do wacky puzzles and play with cards that you normally would never, ever, ever do in Constructed. That's the plan. And it's done remarkably well. People seem to enjoy it. We're on the 21st variant. Long running, that's a bad fun. It is indeed. We like those here, though. You say bad, I say amazing. Thank you so much for that follow, mate, Nix, by the way. Did I say that? I don't know. You're a gentleman, a scholar, perhaps even a dinosaur. Welcome, and I'm so glad you're having fun. He misplayed the ability on the last turn. If you use it at the end phase, it is gone for good. True story, J.R. Lawton. But he didn't need it anymore, and I think that was intentional. His entire reserves were a 7-8 split for the last 2 matches. As much as you want a chance to take down the keep, it would be awesome to see him beat it here. I kind of feel that same way too, Redman. Like, oh my goodness, Dairuga has scraped and clawed. I want to see him win it too. I really, really do. Hopefully he has it in him. He's thought this thing through, can keep those major threats off the table. There are a couple. If he gets hit with a Reginald Lancashire, he is gambling with his life. If he gets hit with too many of those booby traps from Agent of Mole, that could be some trouble. You don't think I want to spend 3 hours each time it gets run. Well, that's the thing, J.R. Lawton. Like, this is actually one of the longest matches ever in the history. We've been doing this. This keep has lasted for a while. It's been lasting for about 3 months. And that was by far the longest match. And part of the reason why it was so problematic was because he didn't add in his removal. He'd accidentally taken it out, and that was a serious mistake. Without his removal, he wasn't able to get past our wall of troops, and it became a long, drawn-out death match. Don't do it. He almost misplayed too in keep number 2. If you can see this chat, Dairuga here. Shit, where are my repels? He thinks. It's like, oh yeah, they're in my reserves, of course. His nerves are shot. But that's good. That's good. If it's that exciting, if there's that much pressure on the line, right? These are the kinds of epic stories that we are going to carry through. I mean, think of the bragging rights that Dairuga will have beyond just all the piles of loot, right? Think of the bragging rights, and think of the story you guys will have if Dairuga takes this down. Next challenge, you have to win every game with Immortal Spears. Actually, Immortal Spear is a lot easier to win with than people think. F5 shooter. It's not tier 1, obviously, but it's definitely tier 2. Immortal Spears can do some work. We actually had a keep that ran Immortal Tears. It was Immortal Spears, sorry. For those who aren't familiar, I can bring it up on screen. Immortal Spear, you exhaust it, and if you get 5 of them out, you can deal 5,000 damage to target champion. Which is pretty good. Rainbow Bridge must win the game with Darmak on the field. That would be sweet. Although a lot easier than you would expect. Darmak is expensive, but beyond that, the thresholds are so easy to hit now. It's not a bad idea, though. And by the way, if you guys have ideas for challenges, keep them coming. I do write down all these ideas in this little orange booklet. It's the Orange Book of Challenges. And then, we don't always run them immediately. Sometimes we sit on them for quite a while. Don't have the next keep and challenge planned. Typically, what I do is build a bunch of different decks, and then once a challenge falls, I think about what I want to do next, and then match the challenges I have in here and the keeps that I've already built, and then run it a couple times, see how challenging it is, and then give it a go. So, yes and no. I do not have one already decided, but I have all the pieces to put them together. Make it so you can't use Uzu and it gets harder. Sure, it does, but again, not by that much. Uzu certainly is easy mode. Isolation can only play one troop type in the deck. Sort of a tribal kind of thing. We have, I think we have a couple of those in there. Different tribal flavors. I like it. I just question... So one of the things that we want to do with these challenges is not only make something interesting, but also try and prevent people from just doing typical meta stuff. So I would be worried that we would see Coyotal Wintermoon if I did a tribal one right now, unless there was some other trick to it. Opponent must win the game containing one Fury Chant. A Fury Chant deck would be fun. Although forcing them to only deal damage with Fury Chant is kind of mean, because then they have to search. And I do like Fury Chant. Challenge. The first person to beat Uranaz with a mono blue deck gives all the loot to Flesh Bits. I still need to beat Uranaz. Haven't done it. Here we go. Okay. We're going to keep 3.21 Mantic Mole. Herbivore. All troop types in your deck must be plants. I like that one. Herbivore's good. Oh, that would be fun. Sure, this is actually a decent hand. I'm gonna keep this. He does get to go first. That is pretty huge. Howling Brave. Yuck. I think we're gonna start out with a Ruby. This next turn it'll give me the option of using Burn and Arcane Focus, and I might get rid of his Howling Brave. Ramp is what I'm afraid of. If he gets out his Hierophant, if he gets out his big troops quickly, that's what's going to end me. If we get out a Reggie... Oh, there's that ramp. Yeah. I think we might do that. I think just burn the Howling Brave. Say nope. Let's go Sapphire. And we'll burn. So turn 3, we get a Reginald out. And the ability to give it flight. Feral Domination. Oh man. Now I am afraid. 5th book. Do I play that out now? Do I play Reggie out now and hope he doesn't have it? Do I wait? I guess I'll play the Reggie. Oh man. So I have the Reginald, we have the 5th book. He needs to destroy Reginald now. Major combo piece. He has 5 resources, and he plays Stone Tusk to crunch Reginald Lancashire. Oh boy. Oh man. I think we need to buy some time. If I time ripple his Stone Tusk now, I can Arcane Focus. Let's Arcane Focus first. See if we can find something good. Find an Arcane Zephyr. Not sweet. Or is it? I guess... Yeah, Arcane Zephyr is useful. Well, Arcane Focus again. Reggie! Yes! Okay, Time Ripple. The Stone Tusk. If he doesn't have another resource, it's going to reset his counters. If he does have another resource, that was a waste. So that is 2. Oh no, same Stone Tusk. So 1. Same Stone Tusk. Alright, okay. Reggie down. And we have an Arcane Zephyr to protect him. Oh my god, this is terrifying. He goes in. That's damage we're gonna take. We're at 15. Proceed to end turn. Alright. 2. I really hope he has removal. But even if he does, we have the Zephyr. Oh man. He has the Repel. We Zephyr it up. How lucky is he? He's alive. But the damage has been dealt, and he lost his Stone Tusk. That's pretty big. We're going to toss down a second Reggie. And followed up with a Shard of Innovation. Oh my goodness. So he takes that out. I'm going to play the original Lancashire, and I'm going to play a 5th book. Hopefully he has a solution. Once Reginald gets in your deck, that's our win con. Guess I'm okay to take that. He is at 2. He drew a bunch of cards. Return to the soil! Oh my goodness! He's at 2. Now we can play the Psychic Torment. And we can get Reggie up. Alright, we'll go in. Can he stop us? He needs Repel. He has it. We will play Reese. Does he draw Reginald? Two more draws and the ability to deal damage to us. I guess that's another huge thing. If he doesn't have a large troop... Oh, bring back the Stone Tusk. Oh. Oh, wow, okay. Feral Domination. Feral Domination. We take 6. We do have Storm Call. We can eke out another turn. Succulent Cluckodon. That's alright. Psychic Torment. If we get Burn, that's going to be pretty scary. Second main phase. We'll go to the end phase. His turn. Let's draw that card. It's not a Reginald. Storm Call. I'm just playing with his heart at this point. Oh, I don't know if you can see this chat. He goes, yes, and then no. That's Endbringer. Yeah, he's achieved the elephant. He's achieved the challenge. He just needs to not die. I'm cruel, he says. Oh, if I draw the burn, I do not, though. This is it. Determination. And he gets... not a Reginald. Very well done. That's it. Dairuga is our winner for the 4Keeps competition. GG. Oh. Congratulations, guys. When Dairuga comes back, please make sure you give him a warm round of applause. You've won, my friend. Let's take a look at what you did win. You have won a Darid the Scourge Blade, 3 of them. An alternate art Brood Baron, 3 Ankylosaurus, 1 Draft Pack, 2 Contract Killings, 1 Festi. It's a mercenary. Not yet activatable, but at some point when AZ2 comes out, you will definitely be able to use that. 1 Narip, 4 Set 3 Booster Packs, 2 Set 3 Primal Packs, 1 Cloud King Sleeve, 1 Feral Root Acorn, an Augur of Sirion, 2 Stone Tusks, 1 Iljune's Parade, 2 Indigo Dreamwalkers, 1 Set 1 Primal, a Vampire King, 2 Uncle Sparklestaffs, the Stardust Suite Common through Promo, 1 Parallel Evolution, 1 Alternate Art Cerulean Mirror Knight, Kickstarter exclusive, 1 Dream Spider, 4 Random Rares, a Prophet of Lodegon, a Brood Baron, 2 Sepulchra Maggots, 2 Ushals, 1 Alternate Art Hex Engine, 1 Set 2 Primal, an Exarch of the Egg, a Disciple of Yazakon, an Adaptatron, a Necrophet, 2 Walking Calamities, 1 Voracious Vulture, 1 Scraptooth Mangler, 2 Alternate Art Lid Lyricis, and a Voice of the Ashwood. Dairuga, congratulations! It's going to take me probably a day or two to mail all of this out to you. What we'll probably end up doing is is closing out the stream for the evening. We've got to start working on decks for next time. But over the next couple of days, I will mail you bits and pieces of this. It'll probably come in multiple. It'll probably come in multiple mails. Not all at once, just because I don't want to overload the mail system. Your first keep ever. You did well. It was well played. GG. So that, my friends, is the 4Keeps competition. That's a wrap.